Hello gamers, it is Mew, doing another of these swap videos. If you're new here, hi, like I said, my name is Mew. I do art stuff, but I also do writing stuff and reading stuff occasionally. Um, I've made a video where I just like swapped Prism around. Prism is by Ginger Ninja OWO, and I'm also currently working on a similar video where I swap the Kwamis around, but I wanted to do that for Kalimara's Wildward story, where I just swapped what kind of Aegises everyone gets. The idea is pretty simple. Roll two numbers. For example, if I get one, meaning Colette, then I roll again, and then I get two, then it would be Colette with the Songbird Aegis. And I think the male characters all are going to get an Aegis eventually. Carter as the Raven is like pretty obvious, so is Elias. I think for most of these guys actually their background colors corresponded to the gem colors of the Aegises, so this is my prediction. I will not be drawing these guys. Like if I roll two fives, I'm not going to draw Carter as the Raven because that's probably what's going to be canon if I'm right. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll accidentally draw and just one of the guys ends up getting. Who knows? I'm gonna draw 5 of these. So yeah, let's just start our rolls. So first up. Oh, also no doubles. So Elias, right? I think that's the angry guy that works as a chef, right? He with the cat Aegis. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. I'm typing this with one hand. Okay, who's next? Carter Bishop. I really hope I don't draw all guys, though, because I'm so bad at drawing male characters, it's not even funny. With Tiger Aegis. Okay, that could be fun. Do I need to type out their whole name? No, I'm typing this with one hand. This is very difficult, so. Oh my god, it wants, okay, no, we're not doing Elias again. Kirana! I think Kirana's very cute. I love Kirana. I stan her. Number 1, cat. We're not doing cat again. 2, songbird. Okay. Yeah, since there's only 8 characters and only 8 Aegises, pickings are slim for this, so yeah. 8. Casey. I do gotta say though, if he is the stag Aegis, I do not see how that would be his Aegis. Cat again, oh my god. Stag, we're not doing that. Fucking cat again. Stag again. Snake, okay. That sounds fun. That seems cool. I'm into that. Casey. Okay, one more. 3. It's just Kirana again. 6. That's Elias again. That's Carter again. And that's Elias again. Colette, okay. I think drawing her and something else would also be fun again. 3. We already have a snake. You're the cat Aegis, and also we've rolled cat Aegis like 1,000 times already. Wolf. Okay, I'm into that. Okay, so we got Elias with the cat Aegis, Carter with the tiger Aegis, Jesus Christ, Kirana with the songbird Aegis, Casey with the snake Aegis, and Colette with the wolf Aegis. So, I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna draw them, gonna keep in mind the character's preferences, but also like, you know, especially for the girls who already have canon outfits, gonna do some stuff so it's not just the same thing again, but in a different color. I don't want these to just be glorified palette swaps, you know? That's boring. That's boring. But, yeah. Is there anything else I want to say? Oh, yeah, this also isn't the order. I'm just gonna choose who I want to draw whenever I'm drawing these guys. But probably gonna start with the girls, since I'm better at drawing girls. And both the ones I got for the girls, they seem pretty interesting to me, so I'm excited. Kirana is a songbird, especially, because, I forget what, God, what's her name? What's her name again? Clara. I forget her hair name, but her design as the songbird is, like, super cool, so. Okay. And also pretend this is just an AU. I don't know if it means all 5 of these guys are in, like, the same alternate universe, but, you know. Okay, that's it. I will be off. I will be drawing these now. Goodbye. Hello, gamers. I am back, recording this after a while. The only one I ended up scripting was the one I needed for Kirana. The rest I haven't had the time to really script anything, so I hope that's okay. Anyway, so like I said, I decided I would start off with Kirana with the songbird Aegis. So looking at her hero costume, I think she prefers pants to fight in. And she also likes Indonesian cultural motifs like Majapahit, and I feel like I'm saying that wrong, headdresses, so I was keeping that in mind. We also know Kirana is Javanese and Balinese, so I was looking into Javanese and Balinese, like, traditional clothing, outfits, whatever they're called. Not gonna lie, I was having a lot of trouble, but once I was looking them up, like, as in I was looking up traditional outfits, I feel like I was starting to get somewhere, because, like, without references, I was kind of lost. I think I was drawing more from Japanese dancing outfits in the end. First draft was very similar to what we already have with Kirana as her Ulata identity, so I left out this, like, front and side fabrics and just did very big pants that kind of trail on the sides. I wasn't sure what to do for the top. I just did, like, doing just a tube top, but, like, not exactly a tube top shirt seemed more common from what I was looking at, so I layered that over bird wing kind of shape to bring in more bird elements. And she's also got a big belt. There's supposed to be a gem on it, but it's kind of hard to see. And Nightingale, as the holder of the songbird Aegis, is described as, like, a bard. And at first, I assumed that any holder of the songbird Aegis would also be kind of like a bard. So I made her colors holographic and not really practical for fighting. But to be fair, Wildward is, like, a magical girl series, so being practical for fighting is kind of, like, not necessarily what they do. But Kirana is probably more practical than the others. Probably, like, second. The first would probably be Amura. I piled on lots of jewelry, although in the final I don't think you can see it very much. But, like, in ancient Indonesia, rich and royals wore that as, like, a status symbol. So, like, I thought if she was a bard, it would be appropriate. I don't think Kirana's much of a singer, but there were some dancer inspirations with her Ulata identity, so maybe she'd be a dancing bard. I don't know how that would work, but, you know. Her headdress, I wanted it to be tall, but I couldn't figure out how to make that work, so I kept it simple, and I made it sort of wing-shaped, since the songbird Aegis is, like, the only one that, like, wears the Aegis as jewelry rather than a tattoo in the skin. And in ancient Indonesia, I believe long hair was also the standard, so I wasn't messing with that. And buns are also super common, but I wanted to do something slightly different. So I made her hair slightly shorter and I curved it upwards to mimic bird wings somehow. And similarly to her Ulata identity, there's hair dye in the back, but the rest of her hair is just her natural hair. And her eyes are dark, they're jet black with a little shine to mimic actual bird eyes. And as for her face markings and wings, they were already in Nightingale's design, so I just gave her those. I didn't really change much up. I did try to give her blue lipstick to mimic bird beaks. And this one I had a lot of fun with, and I'm not sure if this would be canon. Honestly, who knows if, like, swapping the Aegises would really exist in canon, but this was a fun beginning anyway. So up next was Colette with the Wolf Aegis. So for some so I think originally I was like trying to do something kind of similar, like sort of like skin tight Mona Magistus bathing suit, but like fancy vibes. But I don't know, I don't think that stuck very well. So I was like, it's a wolf. Wolves are furry. So I just gave her like fur everywhere. She has like this weird fur skirt, fur arm gauntlets, fur arm warmers over boots. Um, her shirt, I don't know what it's called, but I think I was kind of going for just like kind of like a bodysuit. So that, yeah, that part I struggled a lot with what to do with it. I think I did try to make it like kind of furry colored, fur looking, but not actually furry, but I couldn't make it work, so I just made it a solid color. Um, and also, I think it's a running theme that I just straight up forget to put like the embedded Aegises in everyone's skin. Pretty sure, I don't know if the wolf was on the palm or like the back of the hand. I might have forgotten it or might have not have. I don't know, man. I can't remember. Um, for the hair, it's kind of similar vibes to her usual hair. I made it a lot shorter and I also made it kind of go up to like mimic like wolf faces, I guess. And the eyes are like dark with the black and sclera markings. I don't remember what I did with the markings. I did something. Yeah, there is no existing wolf Aegis user. I keep getting interrupted and losing my train of thought. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was trying to say before. Also, I forgot to say the names. So for Colette, I named her Diamante Louvre. Louvre? I think Louvre has something to do with wolves. Diamant, I think that's just like diamond in French. Super original and cool name. For Kirana, Starling, I don't know. I don't think I obviously I wasn't able to find much like a cultural nickname, so I think that's just another kind of bird. Um and then for the boys I kind of struggled. I think that's the problem with male fashion. It's not as fun as girls fashion because like it has to be like uh you know, can't do wear certain colors or certain things because it makes you look feminine instead of masculine. Um, so next up with Carter with the Tiger Aegis, which, in the making of this, I accidentally realized that I I did an Aegis swap with my, or not an Aegis swap, but I did a drawing where my OCs were Aegis users, and my one OC who's really into like suits and like vest coats and that kind of thing also had the tiger Aegis, but I was really struggling because like I didn't want to just make it my one OC's outfit again. I wanted it to be distinct. And like Carter seems like the type of guy like he's already wearing like not like a full-on suit but like suit adjacent, so I was like trying to do something with that, but I don't know. I'm sure some people can make like a tiger coat work, but I made it look really stupid. I don't know, man. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I don't have much to say because it's like he's in a suit and he's tiger. Um, his hair is like more reddish now, and it also has like kind of swoops up. I think I was also mimicking a tiger's face, so yeah. And I just named him Tigress because I couldn't think of anything. Yeah, that was like one of my one of my least favorites out of all of the ones I've done so far. Um, okay, next was like I actually had like a lot more fun than I thought. So next was Elias with the cat Aegis. So Elias is, I feel like that's like the male character we know the least about. He appears in he appears a little bit in 2 chapters. He's a little bit in, what is her name? Clara. He appears a little bit in Clara's chapter. And then he also appears a bit in, like, a later chapter that hasn't been made into, like, an actual, like, episode on YouTube yet. But, like, I was kind of, like, just looking at the one design of him, I mean, it did say a few things, like, he probably likes tank tops and, like, a little bit of jewelry, but, like, not too much. But I was like, okay, what if I just made him a Catboy wrestler? That seemed really funny to me. I was actually, like, looking at, like, Just Dance, outfits. The one, the final countdown. I was looking at that purple guy's outfit, and I was inspired by it. I did, like, a checkerboard kind of theme for some reason. I don't know. And I know, like, the standard is more markings instead of masks, but I kind of did both. It's a mask, but also it has markings. But also I wasn't sure what to do with the hair. Although, based on what I've been doing so far, it would kind of just be swooping up to mimic a cat's face again, so something different. Now he could just kind of looks bald, but it's okay. But Calimar really liked this one, so I considered this a win. I feel like the anatomy of this is, like, slightly off. I'm not the best at drawing muscly characters, despite how I try, but, And then the last one was also, like, not one of my favorites either. The last one was Casey with the Snake Miraculous. Tried looking at his design and at his bio, but I couldn't think of much ideas. Cause, like, I don't know. His regular design, I wasn't giving me much. Like, I mean, I guess he likes those, like, Letterman college jackets, but, like, could those work in a hero design? I don't know. You tell me. And, like, it said he works as a barista and he wants to be a veterinarian, which is great. That's cool, but, like, I don't think I could make a veterinarian, like, hero outfit work. And also, I don't think that would fit Wildward anyway. So, we went a little bit into headcanon territory. I was like, I feel like he might like classic comic book hero costumes. So, very, like, Batman, Superman looking outfit. Also, like, not one of my favorites. I don't know. I feel like the color placement looks weird, but I wasn't sure how else to do it. And I also did sort of a mask and markings hybrid kind of thing, so, yeah. I also have to tell you the hero names. Okay, so for Carter, I named him Paw Bearer. I was looking at, like, wrestler, like, cat-related names, and that was one I found, and I liked it. And then for Casey, Snack. I don't know. Felt like something he would choose. So, yeah. Even though this video didn't quite turn out the way I had hoped, I hope you had fun watching this anyway, watching me not do good. Is there anything else I need to say? I feel like there is, but I don't know what else there is to say. But yeah, that's it. I am really into these swap videos, but I think I'm only gonna do one more and then I'm gonna do other stuff. The last one for now will just be a sequel to the Prism Swaps video, because Prism got a big ol' reboot. But anyways, more about that Prism swap video later. Thank you for watching. Please check out my Patreon. I've been going kind of crazy on there. I've been posting so much about this one secret project that I've been talking about cryptically. If you'd like to know what the hell that secret project is all about, consider subscribing to my Patreon. I know I mostly just, like, post about, like, the secret project, but I swear I'm gonna try to do more about, like, video behind the scenes and stuff. Oh, I also posted a little drawing for a future art telephone video I'd like to do. We'll see if the art telephone video even happens. I gotta find people to do it. But yeah, I think that is it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye!